Hello, gents. How are you?
Oh, good, Joe.
So, Ben,
Mike?
Justice. Okay. So you're all from Ghana.
Yes.
Okay. You came at different points.
Yeah.
Why the UK? Why the United Kingdom?
Well, I would say it's really opportunity, and once it's an opportunity, you grab it by the neck and then get the best out of it. So
Yeah.
that's why the UK.
Have you let go of the neck yet?
Still holding on to
He's not holding on to the leg.
Mike?
For me, I wasn't really sure. When I finished school, it just happened. I didn't have a UK in mind.
Okay.
But I heard my friends saying, "Oh, UK this, UK this," and I was like, "Okay, let me hop onto the train and see what it means." So that was it.
Yeah, hop onto the
That was a
train.
long trade journey.
See how yeah.
Justice.
Well, me,
I love your name, man.
Yeah.
Justice.
I get that a lot.
Every time I look for you, it's like, where's justice?
Justice.
Cheap philosophical question. Where's justice?
I try to live by that name though, but
Yeah.
but the UK, because I came here basically because of the game I like or I love. That's football.
Yeah.
Because in Ghana, we like watching the Premier League a lot.
Yeah,
so it was my dream to come here one day, be in the stadium and see the players.
Have you done that?
No.
Wow. Wow. I've done that. I've been to St. Mary's.
St. Mary's.
Right, okay.
What a game.
Yeah, I've been to St. Mary's, but to watch Bon Jovi.
Then that's why I chose UK.
Yeah. So tell me about the first few months. So, and there will be challenges. There would have been challenges.
Yeah.
I know what that felt like.
Yeah.
And whether people admit it or not, there are those that needed overcoming. What was yours, Ben?
Well, I think challenges there are a lot. The very first one will be when we got to Heathrow Airport. You realize that some other nationalities just do something with the passport and they are true, and we had to join a long queue.
Yeah.
So then I knew we were in for a long ride.
Yeah.
But given the fact that we knew we were coming here for the opportunity, we
Yeah.
told ourselves we need to get to eat and get it done, regardless of what people say or what people think.
You were
of us.
patient in that queue.
We're very, very patient and very hopeful.
Yeah.
And so, I managed to get around being around white people.
Yeah.
Because it was the first time for most of us. And
Yeah.
I think it's been a good journey so far. I'm very confident around white people now.
Yeah.
And I think they accept us in a way for what we bring onto the table, especially in the field we are in at the moment.
Yeah.
So,
Big. Big. And you, what about you, Mike?
My story was it's quite long.
When you got off the train?
When I got on the train,
Yeah.
the first disappointment was the weather. It was so cold and I didn't really like it because I'm used to the
And
sun.
you still don't.
You can say, no, I'm good. And I had a bit of challenges because I came with a couple of friends and we were kind of the first group of people to come in because I came before these guys.
Mm-hmm.
So we had a lot of challenges going in and some of my colleagues being, sacked from the hospital because we're kind of new.
Sacked?
Yeah, from
Right.
QHS. So it's a long story, but now I feel more confident.
Right.
And as Ben said, I feel like we are more accepted now.
Yeah.
Because sometimes even with your background, people think you don't know what you know.
Yeah.
So it becomes very difficult and you have to prove if someone is doing it like with this pace, you have to do it times 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was some challenges I went into.
Yeah. Well, mine is basically communication.
Yeah.
And then relating to people,
Yeah.
because you've met people from different backgrounds. So communication, when I say that, when you come to work, you go to take up from other nurses. And in the general ward, you all gather in a room to take up from the outgoing nurses. And sometimes when they're handing over to you, because of the accent, I thought I could understand English easily, but because of the accent, I was struggling.
The English accent.
Yeah. Different nationality, not specifically the English people. Many people, I was struggling with the accent.
Yeah.
And it was very difficult. And another point is relating to their stories or how they want you to chat with them.
Yeah.
Here, Ghana, we domesticate animals, dogs and cats and stuff.
Yeah.
But I didn't know people have conversation about animals like dogs. So you go into a break room and the conversation is about a dog, different breeds of dog.
And you have to
all the dog I knew was foreign dog and we call them bulldog.
Yeah.
We didn't specify this is a German Shepherd,
So, yeah.
Caucasian. No. So it's bulldog.
So dog owning is not a big thing in Africa, is it?
We train them to be securities,
Yeah.
not to be friends and like to be part of us. They are security for us. So it was very challenging. Some people thought I was not friendly.
Yeah.
Because you bring this topic up and I can't relate.
You freeze up.
Yes. Okay.
I don't know what to say.
Yeah, this guy is not really friendly. So these are some of the challenges I face. But now I think I'm used to it and I can relate to certain conversations.
Okay, so it's communication. And how did you tackle those challenges you identified? So now you don't listen to Dogs You Zone.
No.
So you just go.
No.
How did you?
I think it's for me. It was really getting close to someone who is of the same.
Background?
Background to try and understand what they want from me and what is expected of me, and then I tend to do accordingly. Obviously, not forgetting my roots. But just trying to understand it from their perspective, and then I can better relate with them. So for me, it's just understanding them and then trying to.
Because you worked in a nursing home. I interviewed this guy for a job in. So you were working in a nursing home there, and you were answering the questions really. And I thought, this guy's full of bullshit. No, you're good. I was thinking the question. I was like, what sauce shall I use for the chicken? No. I was listening to every word. You had me at hello. Anyway, Mike.
Okay, mine was kind of relating to people, like, how to relate with everyone, because everything is different. From, as Justice said, coming from Ghana, we have a way we perceive things, we have a way we look at things, and here there's a way people look at things as well. So someone might create a joke or make a joke to you, you don't find it funny.
Yeah, no, you don't get
but they find it funny. So I was trying to relate with people from different backgrounds, Philippines, India, British, just to get an understanding, get myself socializing, going out.
That's pretty good.
Going out,
making an effort,
going for coffee. What do you call it? Coffee.
I don't know coffee. I'm in Africa.
I'm not a coffee person, but I'll go out with them anyways, just to get myself used to. So that was how. And even I had a friend, or I still have a friend. She's Irish and she's married with a baby. She even invited me to Northern Ireland. I went to stay there for a couple of days with them.
Friend.
So I'm
carry on.
So they're still friends.
So I've got a family here.
They're very friendly. And carry on.
I've got a family here. They are not black, so anytime I can go, I have people back in my ward. Like they are British. They'll call me, come home. So I've got used to the relationship aspect, getting used to it. So I'm very good now. That's how I related. Because I feel like if I associate myself with people like this, so I have to So that was what I did. So no more this.
Well, for me, it was a housemate we got. So we were 3 Ghanaian boys, and then we stayed with one white guy. So he was the one who helped us get along with their culture and everything. So he was organizing parties, white parties. So he's got his parties. White parties.
And it's that where they have sandwiches.
and tea. And then we play Uno and those stuff. So you get all your friends in there, and then we start mingling with them, and then we got to know how to kind of relate with them, how to laugh to their jokes and the games they like, because we were doing our parties differently from others. So that helped us.
You always have chicken.
We have chicken, we have jollof, we have fries, not the tea,
no cucumber sandwiches.
I think that's helped us a lot. That we got along with everybody.
Okay. So in terms of your career, your nurses, so obviously it's very different here, for me, for you. What is it about working here that you find most rewarding?
Most rewarding.
Apart from, being friends.
My friend.
She's my sister. Like,
honest. Yeah.
Well, that's my dad. They all invite me.
Yeah. Not that you have to react violently to every.
No.
You clearly have nothing to hide, man.
What? Okay.
Anyway, so back to the question.
Yeah.
What is it that you find most rewarding?
Do you want me to start?
Well, I think aside the remuneration, the one thing I find a bit rewarding is the fact that you get equipment to work with. Usually in nursing school back in Ghana, you were taught a lot of things, and it's usually textbook. You could only see or read about them in.
Yeah.
But here in the UK, you actually get to get a
ventilator.
That's something that you've read in the book, which I felt was very rewarding. It made you appreciate what you do even more. So that would be one of the things I find rewarding, obviously.
But you also, the pounds, milk and honey, as maybe in the other video. And you also have done a bit of higher studying, you've done the intensive care course recently. And you're quite academic. You've got your own channel where you talk about medical stuff.
Yeah.
Well done. So we'll post a link to your channel on this video.
Oh, great.
Same with Mike. What about you, Mike?
Basically, there was one thing I didn't know about nursing, like that there are a lot of legalities associated with it, because in Ghana we don't care about the legal aspect.
Let's get to a point.
It takes a while for it. So coming here, I realized that everything was about policies, the legalities, and I kind of like that because you are protected, your pin is safe, and even if you're given a medication, IV medication, there are certain policies you have to follow to give it, which in turn save you the nurse, your pin is safe. So that was one thing I really liked.
And your practice is
guided. You get to learn a lot. So I love that. And secondly, with the study days, like you go for, as Ben has done his ICU course, and you have to go for trainings, which obviously develops your nursing skills. So I kind of like that really.
Yeah.
That's all, because in Ghana you're not going to go for any study day. You just be working there because we are short staff always. And here, even sometimes, you go to work, not in ICU, but you go to work and they'll be like, we are very short, we have this. And I'll be looking and I was like, are you really short staff? Are you really short staff? Because
you have staff saving lives.
Yeah.
There's guidance.
Yeah, so I'll be like, are you really short staff? Do you know what short staff look like? And I'll just and some people will say, oh, I'm very stressed. This is too much. And I'm like, really? This is nothing. And I'll just keep quiet and let smile and carry on. So I kind of like that aspect. Very much.
Excellent. Justice.
Well, for me, it's more about the pay you get.
It's
more money, man. It's more of the pay. Like, in where you came from, sometimes you have to work for like 6 months without being paid.
Wow.
But here, we got here in the first month, we worked for only 2 weeks. When I got here, I worked for only 2 weeks and I was paid for that. And again, not waiting too long for a steady leave. Here, you can work while still studying. I did my top up here whilst I was still working. I got a chance to do a neuro course whilst I was still working, and it was sponsored by the unit where I work now. But in Ghana, you have to work for like 3 to 4 years
before you can get that privilege.
You have to apply. And then for that, you are not even guaranteed you are going to get a steady leave. So some people go as long as maybe 10 years before they get a steady leave to further or do some specialty. Which is not the case here. So I kind of like that.
It's more about potential here.
Yes. So you can easily go up the ladder if you want to. You can achieve your dream easily here.
And the money.
The money is number one.
Money, man.
Although, don't make the mistake, because the UK is still one of the lowest paid
it is.
Western countries in terms of what we do as a profession. So Ben, you're married. You were just discussing, I think 2 days ago when we were working together. And your wife is here. She's working. You said you're picking her up later on after work. How's that?
I'm picking her up later.
It's on record now, man.
That's wife, not friend.
We'll leave Mike alone now. Oh dear. So how is she finding it?
Well, I think she's.
When did she arrive?
That would be May.
I don't know.
I think it's the same train.
I think it was May.
Yeah, she gave me May last 2 years or last year.
yeah.
I think last year.
I'm glad that you're very sure when.
Yeah, I mean, I have to know, otherwise
She's gonna watch this. Right.
Yeah, but I mean, it's.
Are we talking about the same person?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Anyway.
Yeah, same person. I think it's rewarding to be married. Honestly, I mean, I'm sure these boys will attest to the fact that being single is not the way to go. And notwithstanding, but she got some of the shocks I got as well.
Yeah.
Obviously, the weather was one of the main things, but I think we are getting across that. We are getting
used to it.
Used to it now, and so we are.
You manage your annoyance and expectations.
Yes. I think the expectations are up the roof. Obviously, I cannot meet all, but I try to meet her halfway.
Yeah.
Because that's the only way it can work.
Yeah.
And do a few compromises.
Yeah.
I miss a single life.
You put your T-shirt away to the side. She doesn't have to remind.
No, she doesn't have to remind anymore.
Yeah.
But it's
You've got initiative.
So you guys should.
Yeah, what about you? So, it's different for you guys.
He's got a friend.
I do remember, I do remember talking to Mike, and, we've got this joke between us. And Mike always goes, "You're putting me into trouble, Rob. You're into trouble, Rob." Right?
I don't like trouble.
I just look at Mike, and then it was like he smiles, and I go, "Why are you laughing?" And he's like, "You're getting me into trouble."
No.
Yeah, well, talk about what your choice is. Why you are, you're happy as you are.
Currently, I am happy. Obviously, I want to get married someday. Because I would like to have kids and everything and be a great dad. That's what I'm aspiring to be. But I want to take my time. Obviously, he's found his better half, so I have to take my time. I don't want to rush into it and later come out with regrets, because currently, there's a lot of divorce, and I don't want to get married.
That's everywhere.
Everywhere. Yeah. I don't want to get married.
50%.
I don't want to get married and divorce the person. I want to do it right.
Yeah.
Like how he's found someone in God.
Yeah.
But they said when he came, he said he had no. They said within 2 months, this guy people keep saying when he came, he said, "Oh, he has no girlfriend, nothing." We saw him going to Ghana and getting married. I have no idea. Yes. So hopefully, one day it will happen. We'll see how it goes. Yeah. Very soon, maybe very soon.
Yeah, very soon.
Maybe
Something's in the pipeline.
No, but I could meet someone right now.
It's not from Northern Ireland.
Yeah. That's my sister.
Oh, no, it's a sister.
Yeah, my sister.
was a friend.
My sister friend.
Oh, my
She.
Justice.
So just as Michael said, I think we still taking a bit of time to get it right.
And that's okay.
Yeah, because we don't want to make hasty decisions. Because it's kind of be a long journey.
Yeah.
And then you get to someone else into your space with different orientation, different background in terms of training and everything. So I think I have to take my time, know the person I'm going in with. If we can adjust and adapt to each other before we embark on that journey.
But you don't have a lifetime to do that.
I know, but I mean, I have to try and know I'm ready.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I don't want to.
Not when Ben thinks you're ready. So I asked this question to Mabel. She's from Zimbabwe, and I said, "What? Did you ever encounter one stereotype that you had to deal with?"
I think we could.
Yeah.
What was that for you?
The fact that people think because you are black, you don't know anything. I work initially in a nursing home, and I felt disrespected that some HCAs would come up to me and try to question what I'm doing when I know this is the right thing to be done.
Yeah.
And so I felt, you know what, if you don't assert your dominance, if you don't let people know you actually know what you're doing, they are going to take you for a ride.
Yeah.
And so I think that was one of the things that shocked me, because if back in Ghana, you find out that we respect hierarchy.
Yeah.
So when there's someone who is, above you or on top of you, you give the person that respect, and you don't, not that you don't challenge their actions, but you want to give them the respect they deserve because they've had higher education and they probably have even much more experience than yourself.
And I suspect in Ghana, you don't call black people, you just call them people.
People are people, people are people.
It's like Chinese food in China. It's just food.
Food.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I think people need to get used to the fact that people of color actually are intelligent folks. And then once we all appreciate that, I think we'll work better and we'll get more positive outcomes.
Word.
Yeah.
Word.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me, basically, I think it's the same thing. Coming from Africa, the Western media perceives that or shows people only the bad side. Poverty, no education, no water, no food. So coming here, I had someone asking me whether we live on trees. Seriously, whether I've seen a lion. And I'm like, I've never even seen a lion in my life. Seriously.
You should go to the zoo.
You should go to Mabel, right? She patted lions.
And I was like,
Before they hunted for breakfast.
someone actually taught that. And I was like, really? And I was like, look at me. If I'm able to attain this degree, education, and fly here and be sponsored by a hospital or trust to come here, then you should know that Ghana is way developed than what you think.
Yeah.
So that was what I encountered. It's not just one person. It's like, and they started making a joke in the world, and we'll all be laughing to it.
Yeah.
But as Ben said, we are quite intelligent. We have a lot of black Africans who are quite intelligent. We are all humans. So the fact that you are white, you're intelligent, you can have a black person or African who is intelligent. Someone who is dumb, you can have a black person who's dumb. We are all the same. So that was my experience.
Yeah. What about you, Justice?
Well, mine is where I was living in Portsmouth, Fratton. I mean, you get people seeing you a lot, and then they'll be rushing to you. Do you have ganja? Do you know what I'm saying? and I'm not joking.
And did you?
No. or they'll go to. Do you know where you sell some? Do you have weed with you? Do you have weed on you?
Yeah.
And it was mostly close to a bus stop, so I'll just stand at the bus stop.
Stop. So every time you waited for a bus.
Yeah, and the person will be standing there. He will never ask any other person unless a black or a black boy. When do you have weed on you? And it was not once. It was
like, yo, bro.
on different occasions with me and with my friends. So I felt no, we all don't do those stuff. So I think people should know we have.
Ben, have you encountered that before?
Oh yeah, multiple times.
Because
Really?
you a pastor, so
It's Bob Marley's fault.
Well, you don't have locks on.
I feel like Ben is always this thing.
Yeah.
For me, I've encountered lots. So
No. I mean, once you are black, you experience that. Oh, have you got? I think the first one was, have you got a lighter?
Yeah.
Whoa.
And I was like, okay.
like that's normal.
But
But that was the first. That was the first one.
But they assume you probably have a lighter.
Lighter because,
You smoke weed.
Yeah, but
Okay.
I can't imagine you
that was
smoking.
hard. But
All right. So, if you were talking to a fellow Ghanaian thinking of coming here, what would you say? What would your advice be?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Me, I'll tell you, chase your dream.
Yeah.
What you want to do it. I'm not going to advise you. People will advise you and let you know of this high expectation, and you come here and you'll be disappointed. So, or you go anywhere else, chase your dream. I'll tell you about the good aspect of this country, the bad aspect. And if you want to come, it's up to you.
Yeah.
I don't want to make any decision because I had high expectations coming here. Yeah. And upon getting here, I met some of the expectations, but some of them I was disappointed.
Yeah.
Because of my high expectation and how the Western media has perceived Western countries. So I had a lot on my mind. So I think I'll tell you, this is what you choose, chase your dream. If you're happy with it, fine. If not, I don't want to tell anyone come and you'll be like, So,
For real. Yeah.
well, I would say it's not as easy as we think it is in Africa, because in Ghana, when you're in Ghana, you think, if someone is in the UK, he's making a lot.
They're
he easily
living it
gets
up.
money.
Yeah.
So the demands they make is really high. But if you're planning to come here, think in the way that you struggle. I mean, you work hard to get money in Ghana. It's the same way you're going to work hard to get money here.
Yeah.
So don't think it's easy. You just come here and be picking the money on trees or not.
You
have to work for
That's
it.
a stereotype.
You have to work. We have to work hard for that. Else you can't survive in here.
Really. When?
Well, I think people from Ghana have got, there's a word they call, is it rate, or they've got a passion and they can succeed anywhere they go. Really, it is a good opportunity to come here if you want to, if you've got the means and you can embark on a journey like this. Please do. The other thing is that you can always go back if you don't like it. Come see for yourself.
There's
if you
always
don't like
return
it.
flights.
Yeah. You can always go back. You can always
There are a
go
lot of
back.
airports.
Yeah. So give it a shot if you want to, and if you don't like it, feel free to go back to Ghana, like most of us will be doing in the near future. So forward to seeing you.
Well, that's it from me, gents. Thank you very much for agreeing to come and talk to me. It's been an absolute hoot. I think I'm perspiring from all the laughing. So it's been great. It's been great. Thank you very much. So that's it, and I'll speak to you soon.
It's here for more subscribing to the channel. Subscribe is down there.